Hi, everyone. My name's Roberto Angulo, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of AfterCollege, which is a part of Recruitology. AfterCollege is a marketplace connecting college students and recent graduates to jobs and internships. So the problem we're solving, if you look, we're in one of the best economies we've had in years. You have employers looking for people and they can't find the right talent. Last month alone, employers were looking for 6 million jobs to fill, or they were looking for people to fill 6 million jobs, and they couldn't fill those jobs. If you look, we're getting close to graduation and students are basically not finding the right job. So we're hearing that roughly 77% of students are not employed right now. They don't have a job lined up and graduation is right around the corner. So what this tells us is that it's sort of a mismatch of information. So there's a lot of jobs out there that are going unfilled. There's a lot of students looking for the right job, and they're taking any job and not necessarily the right job. And one of the most common complaints we hear is that students are not finding the right entry-level jobs to apply to. There's a lot of great services out there for students to look for jobs. There's Indeed if you know what you're looking for. And in fact, I tell students, if you know what you're looking for, go to Indeed and type in your search terms there. There's LinkedIn if you know who you're looking for. Problem with college students, a lot of them don't know who to look for or what to look for. It's more, students know about the brand names, the brand name companies, but they don't know about the little company that might have that perfect job for them. And that is the problem we solve. So a lot of the tools out there are about job search. We're about job discovery. So one of the things we do that we started doing with AfterCollege, and we've been around for a while now, we take employer jobs and notifications and we route them to the right place. So one thing we figured out is that there's a lot of companies that have specific needs, either for certain majors like business majors, math majors from specific schools. So we do a lot of job distribution from employers to specific schools. So from a student's perspective, what they're getting notifications, they subscribe to our alerts, and they get notified whenever there's an on-campus visit that's relevant to what they're interested in, or if there's a job fair, or if there's any job that matches their skill set or their interests. And then we also invested heavily in machine learning 3 years ago. So what we do, all the matching we do is pretty intelligent. So there's basic Boolean, there's targeting based on employer demand, but there's also targeting based on machine learning. So if a student signs up on AfterCollege, they can create a profile. They can tell us, the more they tell us about themselves, the better the matching gets. And then they can actually say, I like this job, or I dislike these types of jobs, or I like this company, I don't like this company. And the engine itself learns and gets very specific to the student. And anecdotally, sort of what we see is that on average, students are applying to 2 jobs on a job site. With us, they're applying to 3 or 4 jobs because of the relevance. So if you leave them to their own devices, they'll find what they're looking for, but maybe they won't be aware of everything that's out there. So in terms of traction, in any given year, our jobs are going to be seen by about 5 million students. And we actually work with faculty and academic contacts, 18,000 of them at over 2,300 universities who get our job notifications. Either they set up a career network or we send the job feed to their content management system. And that's how we get students connecting with employers. So we have good traction there. And the service is actually free for students and it's free for universities. So I mentioned earlier, AfterCollege is part of Recruitology. What we did last year is we launched a broader service focused specifically in the employer market, and that's how we're monetizing the service. So what we found is either employers care about college recruiting specifically and they'll invest heavily, but the majority of employers, they just don't care. They just want to find the right people for their jobs. And they have just a variety of jobs, not just college jobs. So we launched this service, which is sort of an umbrella that covers AfterCollege. So an employer can put their jobs on Recruitology. And the same machine learning we developed for AfterCollege, we're using it to match jobs. We're reading jobs using natural language processing, matching them to relevant clusters of jobs. And we're programmatically sending jobs either to AfterCollege, if it's an entry-level job. We're sending jobs to sites like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Jobs to Career, social media like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So the growth there has been tremendous, and that's basically how we're monetizing the service. So we're able to give this free service to universities and students, and the revenue's coming from Recruitology. In terms of traction, since we launched Recruitology, we've added 80,000 employers to our platform. So we have 83,000 and growing that are sharing jobs on Recruitology and AfterCollege. And we're nationwide, and we're in the US only at this point. So we're sending jobs, internships, part-time jobs to students nationwide. And in terms of traction, our students are getting traction, and that they're getting really relevant job content, and we hear it all the time, that we made them aware of jobs they didn't know were out there. They're applying for internships, getting internships. Faculty give us kudos because we're giving them content that otherwise it would be hard for them to curate, so we're sharing all this information with them, and we want to do more of that. So the reason I'm here is, number one, we're looking for more universities to partner with. We're also looking for technology companies that work with universities that could take custom job content from us to enhance their service, to connect more students with employers. And lastly, we've started to see really good growth. So we started growing at the beginning of the year 40% year over year. Now we're seeing 50% year over year revenue growth. And we're at a 10 million run rate, actually closer to 11 million and growing. So we've seen enough good traction with Recruitology, even though it's only been 2.5 quarters of it, to now go out with confidence and say, hey, we want to grow this, and do you want to help us grow it? So that's another reason for being here. And with that, I just want to thank you for your time. Kept it short, under 7 minutes. Hope you appreciate it. If you have questions, feel free to ask me. But again, I'm looking for technology providers at universities who want to partner with us to offer job content and internship content for their students. We have over 400,000 opportunities at any given point. You can find jobs anywhere on the internet, but sort of getting the right jobs for the students is what we do, and we do it well. And with that, thank you very much.